Yes, good morning, students. Am I audible to you? Yeah, let's just wait for 2 minutes. Let us see if others are joining or not. We'll start at 11:32. Okay, fine. So yesterday we started with ADO.NET. We have seen the theory sessions of ADO. We also discussed how to write the answers in your either mid or final examination or whatsoever examination you are going to appear in the upcoming days. Right? So today I am going towards the practical session of ADO and we are going to revise one of the questions from your question bank. So let me just go to the question bank. Unit number 7 and let us discuss the first example here. I'm just zooming it for you. Right. So here is the question. Consider a test.mdf database that contains one table called student. The attribute of tables are s underscore enr, that is numeric 18,0 type, pk means primary key, s underscore name varchar 250, s underscore sem integer, s underscore email varchar 250, s underscore mobile varchar 250, and b underscore b date. Now assume that there are 20 records in the table. Right now we will assume that there are 2 records, not 20. Write a console-based application to display all the records in proper format. So here, what I am going to deal with is select query. Again, let us see the second question. Again, the first part of the question is saying that you need to consider one table called student. The second part is write a console-based application to insert a new record in the above table, and that you need to take input of each from the user. So you need to take input of all this from the user. So again, the next part, consider same table, write a console based application to update the semester of all the students to 6 whose name is Raj. So here we are going to deal with update query, and the last part is write a console-based application to delete all the records of the students who are studying in semester 5. So initially what I will do is I will first create one console application and add one database called test and create one table called student with these particular fields. So in my Visual Studio, I will come back to my console application. In that, I will go to Solution Explorer, right click on my application name, add new item, select data and service based database, change the name called test.mdf and add. So it will take few seconds to add the database to your application, first the master data file will be added and then log file for the same will be added by your Visual Studio. So you can see here test.mdf and test_log.log data file, right? So double click on the database. So it will open Server Explorer on the left hand side. So in that you click on tables. You don't have any tables right now, so right click on it, add new table. Is it visible, guys? Is it visible to you? Fine. So here is my table layout. So first thing that I need to enter is f_enr. So this column will be renamed to f_enr. It should be type of numeric 18,0. And because I have said it should be a primary key, I already kept primary key here. It's already set. The next is f_name. It should be varchar 50. Next should be f_sem. It should be type integer. Then s_email, type varchar. s_mob, type is varchar again. And s_bdate, type is date. So this is the layout that I have described here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 columns. So 6 columns are here. The next step, I will rename this table to student and then click on update. So it will generate a script automatically in the backend, and I will just provide update database option. So yes, update completed successfully message has been displayed. So your table is ready. Now what I will do is I will first enter some dummy data. So show table data. Just to use select query, I am just entering some dummy data. Let us say 1, 2, 3. Name is Rachit. Semester is 5. Email is r@r.com. Mobile number is something like this. And what date is 12 June 1988. It's not the correct one. 456. Say Krunal. Semester is 6. So Raj, not Krunal. Let us say rr@rr.com. Again some mobile number, some date, and one more data just for showing purpose. It will be, let us say 365, then Kriti, semester maybe 7, k@k.com, mobile number could be anything, and let us say 06 July 1998. So I've entered 3 dummy datas right now. So now I'll come back to my code part and I will first do the first one. That is, assume that there are 20 records in the table. Write a console-based application to display all the records in a proper format. So I'm going to write the code for this first. So here, the first thing what I will do is I will import the 2 namespace that I require is system.data.sql. Also, I'll require data, so I'll first import data, then using system.data.sql and using system.data.sql client. Next, the first thing I will require is my connection string. So what I will do is I will take one string variable s equals to and at the rate, and I will just go to my database, click F4 from the property window, copy the connection string and paste it between the two double quotes. That's it. Complete string is in red color, so it is correct one. No issues with it. Moving on next. The first thing what I want to do is I need to fetch the data. So what I will do is string SEL equals to select star from table name, that is student. Next thing, I need to execute this query, so I will have SQL data adapter DA equals to new SQL data adapter, and into bracket I will provide my query of select and my connection string. So SEL and S. Now whatever data that will be fetched by DA will have to be filled in something. I will use data table rather. DT equals to new data table, and I will write da.fill dt. So if I try to execute the same query in my table, let us say new query, I am executing this query. So the output is 3 rows and all columns. So row number 0, 1 and 2 and column number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is how the index of this table will be. Row index starts from 0 and column index also starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2 and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I'm going to use the same thing here. That's why I've just told you this. So coming back to the code part, da.fill dt. Now what I will do is I will check whether dt.rows.count is greater than 0. Now what I have to do, I need to show all the data. So all the data is, there are 3 rows and each row is having 5 columns. So I need to use for loop, and for loop will be used just to move from one row to other row. So I'm using for loop for row purpose, not for any other purpose, only for row purpose. So for integer I equals to 0, I less than dt.rows.count I plus plus. And here I am going to display my data. So for displaying the data in console, we are writing console.write. I'll first put one empty console.write line, so new line will be created, and then I will console.write line. I will print a message, or rather what I will do is I will first print 6 different console.write line, as I'm having 6 columns to be printed. So let us say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and one more just for a new line. Next, in this, what I want to print is enrollment. Number equals to index 0, or you can use plus sign, I don't mind. The same thing in the next. Here it will be, instead of enrollment, it will be name. Then it will be semester, email, mobile number, and last is birthday, date of birth. Okay, so this is what the syntax is. Now what I want to do is I need to print the enrollment number. So what I will do is I will first pick up the first row and I will pick up its first column. So the row index is I and columns index is first column is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 and 5. That means for enrollment number the column ID will be 0, for name it will be 1, for semester it will be 5, for email it will be, for a semester it will be 2, for email it will be 3, mobile it will be 4 and for birth date it will be 5. So this is what the index of column will be. So I'll use the same thing here. So it will be dt.rows and two square bracket. In the first bracket, it is asking you the row collection, data row collection. So row is being identified by your variable I. So I will be there. And the second column, we need to give the index of column. So it will be 0. Similarly, for this, it will be dt.rows. Again, your index of row and index of column, now it will be 1. Then dt.rows of index of row and index of column. So I'll just copy paste for the next two or remaining. It will be 3. It will be 4. And last, it will be 5. Right, so what we have done, we have tried to execute a row by row and display its columns value. Let us try to execute this first. So if I zoom in, just a moment, students. Now you can see whatever data we have entered, in dummy data we have entered, it is displayed here. So this is what is expected from you in the exam for 8 marks question. You need to write this code. That's it. You need to write only this code. Only you need to define some connection string locally by just writing that @ C/test.mdf. So if you look at the answer in the PDF, the same thing has been written. Let me go to PDF and let us see what I have written here. Yeah, here. Using system.data, system.data.sql, system.data.sql client, namespace have been included. I have given one connection string, a dummy connection string. See here, you can write this string only. Provider equals to SQL server, initial catalog equals to test.mdf. Then I have written the query. I have created one data table. I have created SQL data adapter object and passed the query and connection string in it. da.fill dt, and if data.rows dt.rows.count is greater than 0, I have executed one for loop, then console.writeLine enrollment equals to this, then name equals to this, semester, email, mobile, and date of birth. So this is what I have done in the program live, and this is what I have described in the PDF. So both are matching. So you need to write these codes as an answer in your exam. It is asked to you. Nishant, already this code has been posted under question bank tab in your e-content. You can see it is complete question bank, nothing else. what I have done is I have created the questions, also given the sample answers for you so that you can refer and write it accordingly in your exam. So just refer your e-content once. Under question bank, you will see one PDF or R file that will contain question bank of all units, and it is having all units unit wise question bank, 1 mark MCQs, 4 marks, 6 to 8 marks, and along with it is having answers in it. Okay, so moving ahead. So what I have done is I have given the answer to this question, that assume that there are 20 records and display it. Now I will move on to this question. Write a console based application to insert a new record in a about table. So now I am going to insert a new record by taking input from the user. So coming back to the code, what I will do is I will just comment this code for some time. I'll move ahead from here. I will keep my connection string as it is. And what I will do is now, I will start writing console.writeLine. I will take input from the user now. So enter enrollment number. Now enrollment number is of type numeric 18,0. So what it will be? Integer cannot store 18 digits. So what I will do is I will take double variable, double enr equals to double dot parse console dot read line. So can anyone tell me why I have used parse or why I have converted my input? What is the reason of converting the input? Be quick in the answers. Give me an answer why I have converted my input. Why haven't I written like this, that only double enr equals to console dot readline? Why I have converted to double dot parse? Yeah, give me one answer quickly. Yes, good, Krunal. Bit wrong, but Victor, you given the quite right answer. So I'll just revise one more time that in your console-based application, the console.readline method or function always takes input for only string type. But what I want is an input for a double. So whenever I want to have a input for other than string type, I need to convert it first, and then I can use it. So that is why I have used here double dot parse. So remember this term. Next, console dot write line, enter name, say string nm equals to only console dot read line, because it is itself a string type, so no need to convert it. Then console dot write line, enter semester. Now semester again it is in integers. I will take integer sem equals to int dot parse console dot read line. Also you can use convert dot to int32 or convert dot to double instead of double dot parse or int dot parse. It is okay. Anything you write, it is okay. Then comes console dot write line, enter email. So it will be in the string type because the type is varchar in our database. So I'm just using the same thing. Numeric varchar, integer varchar, varchar and date. So string eml equals to console.readline. I'll just copy paste for a moment because I love to copy paste, that's why. So here it will be enter mobile. I will change the variable to MBL and enter birth date. And again, it is a date type, and date format is dd-mon-yy. Mon stands for first three characters of month. So again, it will be a string type. So I'm taking string here. So let us say BDT. So I have taken input for all the 6 values of the columns: ENR, name, semester, email, mobile, and birth date. So ENR, NM, SEM, EML, MBL, and BDT. So now the next task is I need to define my query. So string INS equals to insert into my table name is student. If you can see here, insert into student space values. And now to enter the values, again you need to recall the Windows Form application. I said that whenever you are having a date and varchar data type, you need to put single quotes, and when you don't have such data types, that is for integer or for number, you will not use double quotes. So in this particular columns, my ENR and SEM is number type, that is numeric and integer respectively. And name, email, mobile, and birth date are varchar and date type. So here for name, email, mobile, and birth date, I will use single quotes. And for ENR and for SEM, I will not use single quotes. That is what you need to remember. So now in the values, my first column is ENR. So no single quotes, only double quotes, and plus, and put ENR, comma. For name, it is a varchar type, so single quotes, double quotes, and plus, and the variable is NM. Next is semester, integer type, so no single quotes, only double quotes, plus, and the variable is semester SEM actually. The next is email, single quotes because it is varchar type, then double quotes, then plus, and the variable is EML. Sorry, yeah. Then mobile, again a varchar type, so single quotes, double quotes, and plus, and the variable is MBL. And the last is BDT, that is date type, so again a single quotes, double quotes, and plus, and my variable, that is BDT. So our query is ready. If you can see, insert into student values, and I have defined the values of the variables I have declared in the first phase here, these variables. So whatever input the user will be giving, it will be stored in these variables, and those variables have been passed in the query. The next task is define SQL connection class con equals to new SQL connection and pass your connection string there. This is important. The next task is define SQL command class, because for insert, update, and delete query, you will always use SQL command class. So SQL command cmd equals to new SQL command, and in this you will pass 2 arguments. The first will be your query, and second will be your connection, that is con. Next task, define try catch block. Can anyone tell me why you are using try catch block? Be quick in the answer. Why we should use try catch block? Give me one answer. Those who can remember or recall. why do we use try-catch block? Can anyone give me the answer? Okay, good answers from Harsh, Victor, even Nishant. Yes, exactly. So why I am using try catch? The first thing is I will try to execute this query under try block. But if the query contains any error, so what it will do that it will directly go to catch, and here it will disconnect the connection with your database. So it will not have continuous load on your database. That is why I am using the try catch block. So in the try catch, in the try block, what I will write is I will first open the connection dot open and connection dot close. And between this, I will try to execute the query. So now to execute insert query, what method I will use? Anyone? Which method is used to execute insert query or insert update delete query? Yes, very good. Good, you can remember, you recalled and you are remembering all these things. So it will be the object of command class, that is cmd dot execute known query. And if it is executed properly, what I will do is I will just write console dot write line inserted successfully. And if it goes in catch block, I will just do con dot close. I will close the connection for the safer side. Nishant, don't try to mix PHP with .NET. There is no term called MySQL in this. Right, so now I will try to execute this particular code. Let us try to execute. So I'll just zoom it for you. So now you can see here, enter enrollment number. So let us say I'm giving enrollment number like this. Enter name, let us say Manish. Enter semester, let us say 5. Enter email, let us say m.m.com. Mobile, let us say anything, values, and birthday, let us say 24 December 1994. And if I press enter, I've got the message called inserted successfully. So my value has been inserted successfully in my database. Let us check the database. I will close this console. I will go to my table and show table data. You can see the Manish has been entered in this particular database. So clear with this, guys? The insert. So again, if you see, these lines will contain 8 marks. The same thing has been written as the answer in this PDF. If you go through this is the code. If I select it properly, this is your code. The same thing. Guys, only do one thing. Whenever you are referring this PDF, please make sure you write CRL. You remember CRL as console.readline and CWL as console.writeline. I have not used CWL here because I have just taken directly input for everything. It's okay if you write the same code in exam. no issues at all. So is it clear? So I can move on with the update code now. So I will move on with the update part. So what is the update is, write a console based application to update the semester of all the students to 6 whose name is Raj. So what I will do is, I will first go to my database, and here the Raj semester is 6. I will convert it to 4 first, so that update query can execute. Right, so I will close this now. I have updated the semester of Raj to 4 right now. Now what I have to do programmatically, I have to change the semester of Raj to 6. So what I will do, I will just again comment all these things. But what I will do is, I will just take this try and catch part. So let us Control Z. I will first copy this, Control C, and then I will comment all these things. Yeah, so commenting it. So moving on to next part, that is the update. Now here you have been asked directly one question, that you update the semester of all the students to 6 whose name is Raj. So we don't have to take any inputs, or no console.write lines and read lines are required. Only directly we are going to write the update query. So my update query will be like this: string upt equals to update, and then directly a table name. So my table name is student. Then what have been asked to us, that we have been asked that you need to update the semester of students. So set, we will write set, and what is the column name of student semester? Sorry, that is s underscore sem. So set s underscore sem equals to. Now, what is the value that we have to give? The value is 6. So, I will write set semester equals to 6 because it is integer type. So, no need to write single quotes. Set sem equals to 6, where what is the condition? The condition is wherever the name is Raj. So, the column of name is s underscore name. So, it will be s underscore name equals to, and because the type of this particular column is varchar, I will put single quotes first and then provide the value. The value is Raj. So that's it. This is our query. Update student, set s underscore sem equals to 6, where s underscore name equals to Raj. Now I'll just paste the above code, that is connection and command and everything. So I will just, instead of this ins query, I will just pass upt query, and inserted successfully, I will print message updated successfully. Rest everything remains same. I will give a object of SQL command class. I will open the connection, execute the query, print the message, close the connection in the catch block, try to handle the exception. So let us try to execute this particular part of code. There is no console.write line, no console.read line. So I think what it will do is, it will try to execute this query. If it is executed successfully, it will directly print this in our console output. Let us see what it happens. See, directly the message has been printed, that is updated successfully. Because we had one data called Raj in our table with semester 4, so that will be changed to semester 6. Let us see in our database. We will go to Server Explorer, right click on student and show table data. So you can see this line. Now the semester that was 4 has been converted to 6. So this is what you will write in an exam for 8 marks. This code, only about 10 lines. And the same thing has been written here in your code, this one. See this. The same code has been written here. Clear? So this is what update is. The next part is the delete. So for that, what it is, write a console-based application to delete all the records of the students who are studying in semester 5. So delete all the records of students studying in semester 5. So let us go back to our database. Let us say we have 2 rows in which semester is 5. So we need to delete these 2 rows. So what I will do is, I will again copy this and comment this part and move on to the delete part. So again, we don't have any inputs or outputs, so we will just write the query. So string del equals to delete star from table name, that is student, where the condition is semester equals to 5 and the column name of semester is s underscore sem. So sem equals to, again it is type integer, so no single quotes, direct the value, that is sem equals to 5. Now again I will paste it, and instead of this upt I will write del. So again a connection class object with a connection string passed with an argument, again a command class object passed 2 arguments, query and connection, then connection dot open, execute this query and then write deleted successfully and close the connection. In the catch, try to handle the exception. And let us try to execute the same query. It will directly give the output as deleted successfully if any rows are deleted. Let us execute this. So I think there is some error in my query because deleted successfully has not been printed by the console output. So let me see. Okay, maybe delete from table name, not delete star from table name. Let us try to execute one more time. I will see whether my data has been deleted or not. No, it is not deleted. So I'll again execute this particular. Now I am getting a message called deleted successfully. So now my both the rows that contain semester equals to 5 must have been deleted. I am refreshing this data. You can see both the rows have been deleted. So this is what you need to write code in your exam if this question is asked. This code. Yes, you can write this string, the query directly in the SQL command instead of creating first a variable and then passing it in the SQL command class. It is okay. No errors, nothing wrong in it. So what I was saying is, instead of defining this variable, what I will do is I will just pass the complete query here. There is no issue. You can do this thing also. No issues with it. But this is a better way to deal with your code. So I will use this method. So the same code has been written in your PDF. If you go through it, let us go through it one more time here. If you can see, the same thing has been written. Right, so clear with this, guys? Insert, update, delete and select. Any queries in this? Else I can move on ahead. Any queries? Give me a ping. Okay, very good. Fine. So moving ahead, let us discuss four more questions in this. Now what it contains is, let us start from here. Consider a test.mdf database containing one table called employee. Now student table has been converted to employee table. Attributes are employee number, numeric 18,0, primary key, employee name varchar 2, salary integer, department varchar 2, designation varchar 2, and join date. So almost same scenario has been created. Instead of enrollment number, it is employee number. Instead of s underscore name, it is employee name. Instead of semester, it is salary. Instead of email, it is department. Instead of mobile, it is designation. Instead of birth date, it is only joining date. The same question has been asked. Assume there are 20 records and write a console based application to display all the records. So I think you can write this code. Answer is given below. Don't worry, you can refer. So there is no issue with it. See here, this is the answer. Only the query changes. Select star from student, here it will be select star from employee, and everything remains as it is. Then the second question in the same thing, the same table, application to insert a new record. So take input, so same thing applies here. Then update the salary of all the employees to 50,000 instead of update the semester of all the students to 6. Here I have written salary to 50,000 whose designation is manager. Here it was, earlier it was name is Raj. Here I am saying designation is manager. And delete all records whose department is training. So all the answers have been defined here. You just go through it and you will be able to write the codes yourself in the exam. It is similar to the what we have discussed earlier. So clear with this, with ADO.NET guys? Any doubt? Then you can raise it right now. Else I will move on to the crystal report that was requested yesterday from your side. So everyone just give me a ping whether it is clear or not, yes or no. Is it clear? Yes. Any doubts? No. Fine. So I hope there is no doubt. So now what I will do is, now I will close this console application and I will create one new Windows application. Yeah, before that, do you require this file in your e-content? Because I don't think it is required because already PDF is shared with you. Do you require this file in your e-content? According to me, it is not required because already PDF is there. Fine. Okay, so it's not required. Thank you. So now I will go to file, take a new project, and I will select Windows Phone application and click OK. Kunal, whatever update regarding the assignments will be given to you using your WhatsApp group. So right now there is no update. I will directly put an update whenever it is finalized from the management. Is it fine, Kunal? Okay, so moving on to the crystal report as requested by you yesterday. So what I will do, I am not going to create a new database here. What I will do is, or let us create one new database. It will be faster. Add new item, data, and service-based database. I'll double click on database, double click on tables, right click, add new table. I will rename this table to student. Right, so I got my design. So I will keep this ID as it is, and I will put this particular column as auto increment. So I will just press F4, go to identity specification, and make it true and 1. The next will be, let us say, name. I'm just taking some random database here. Let us say mobile, again a varchar, email, again a varchar, and let us take one more column, let us say department, again a varchar. I will just update this database, and I will add some 3 to 4 dummy data just to generate the crystal reports. So again, go to my refresh the database, show table data, and I will add some dummy data like anything. Department is C, let us say Meena, whatever name it may be, some mobile number, again some data of, and let us say IT, then again let us say some other data, say Pratik, again some mobile number, let us say again CE, and last but not the least some data called Aisha, again some data, and let us say C belongs to ICT. So what I have done is I have created one table called student, and I have entered some dummy 4 rows in it. Now I want this particular rows to be displayed in a crystal report. So I close this, both the design, come back to form, but before using this form, I will first go to Solution Explorer and first add one data set. I will go to data, I will go to data set, rename it to, let us say, stud.xsd. So click on add. So you will see one layout of data set. Here I will add one data table in data set so that I can display this data table in my crystal report. So data table, rename it to, let us say, stud, and right click, add a column, let us say ID, then let us say column name, let us say column mobile, let us say column email, and let us say column department. And I will make this column ID as primary key. So I will add primary key to this ID. So not required. If you don't want to give, it's okay. I will put cancel, no issues. So I have created my data set and one data table called stud in it. Close this. So you can see your data set has been created in your Solution Explorer. The next is I will first add a crystal report to it. So new item, search for crystal report. So crystal reports, I will just name it to, let us say, student.rpt file, add it. You will have one dialog box that what you want to do. I will using the report wizard. Click on OK. Then you need to add the database source. So it is my project data in that ADO, and in that I am having one data set called studs. I will just add it here. Click on next. I am having 4 or 5 columns rather. So add all these to in a display field. That means I will display all these fields in my crystal report. Click on next. No need to group. Click on next. No need to filter. Click on next. And you are having different styles. Click whatever style you want to use in your crystal report. Right now I am using standard one. Click on finish. So here your crystal report is ready. Now you can rename. Microsoft Visual has stopped working. So just a moment, students. So it has hanged, I think so. Give me a moment. So I'll just reopen my Visual Studio quickly. I don't know why it has crashed. So it is trying to recover my previous data. Right. Okay, I will go to my Solution Explorer. Oh, so it has not recovered my crystal report and data set. So students, let me do one thing. I will pause right now here. We will continue with the same thing tomorrow with some revision sessions of C# and discussion on how to write the questions in C# part, that is unit number 2 and 3 rather. I will stop here and I will hand over this session to Snell sir. Let me see whether Snell sir is joined or not. Yes, Snell sir has already joined. So guys, I will stop here today. We will meet tomorrow, right? And we'll continue from here. So let's do one thing. Today the session will be taken by Kishan sir rather than Snell sir. So I am handing over this session to Kishan sir, and all the best. Stay home, stay safe, students. Thank you very much. So Kishan sir, I am handing over this session to you. I am making you presenter right now. So you can start your session.
Okay, sir.
So make yourself presenter. Yeah.
Good afternoon, student. Is audible?
Yeah, it is audible and visible. Everything. Go ahead.
Thank you, Rachit, sir.
Sir, just a request that once you are done with your session, from the file, you can select the last option, that is exit and end webinar.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Hello, student. As of now, our syllabus is completed. We start the revision for the final exam as well as the midsem exam 2. So now we start from the second unit, that is the, we can say, most important unit from the our final exam as well as the, we can say, midsem exam 2. We just covered the most of main topic, for example, type of hacker, what is hacker and cracker, then different type of, we can say, cyber attacks or cyber crime. Then we goes through the each and every main definition about the virus, worm, treasure nodes related. So we just go through the basic type of hacker. So before the hacker, we just aware about what is the hacking. So hacking, it means we identify the possible way, also we can get possible entry from the computer network, or we can say particular for the any system which enter into the, and then we get some unauthorized access. It means how the unauthorized access means, it means without the permission we can doing this type of activity. So that's we can say unauthorized access. And then again we get for example, if you're doing a personal related, then we get any sensitive informations from the particular system. Okay, that is our main target of the particular as a hacking system. Then we go through the why hacking is a important. It means we aware about the particular which are the type of hacking available in current scenario. For example, different, for example, any person would target it to any company website. There is a, we can say, call a website related hacking. Then again, if you're doing the particular any companies or any server network, so that is the, we can say, aware about the particular network related the hacking. Then again, if you're aware about if you're doing unauthorized access to particular email, for example any higher authorities or any company CEO, CTO, or we can say any person, then again doing a to find malicious email related activity, that is the, we can say a email hacking. So these are the, we can say, mainly three type. Now again, if you go through the in detail, so there is the again ethical hacking. Those are the, we can say, white hacker can doing for the government, or we can say special security consultant. So this is the, we can say, one category for the ethical hacking. Now next again, password hacking. Now what is the password? For example, if you forgot your password, and then if you require the recovery, or we can say a particular the password recovery software, that is the, we can say, type of the password hacking. It means through the certain tool we can recover the particular password from the particular system. Then if you're going through the computer hacking, this is the, we can say, general term. Through the targeted system, we just take a particular system user ID and password, and then apply the different type of, we can say, hacking method. Which type of hacking method? For example, if you target the particular any organization, or we can say any company system, and then you get a credential related information, it means user ID and password. So based on user ID and password, you can get a each and every access to particular, we can say, system. Those are the connected through the network. So this is the, we can say, one term is the computer related hacking. So these are the, we can say, mainly type which is the Tukma different type of, we have category what is the actual hacking. Might be website related if you're doing a particular, then again if you're doing a particular network through, or also we can say particular targeted to some email groups. Also we can say as a government ethical hacking, those are the certification course, and those have up to the level of knowledge as a hacking term. Then again, for the password cracking, it means if you crack the particular system user ID password. The last is the, we can say, complete. It means it's the general term of the hacking. Now why people, or we can say person, can doing the hacking? So if you see the perspective of the hacking, also we can say purpose of the hacking, so these are the different. For example, just for the someone might be fun, if you means if you have a knowledge, if you're trying for the for related for the, your friends, or we can say some any other companies, some work might be so of the particular, we can say, level of the knowledge. Someone have up to the knowledge, and they can steal at the particular, we can say, information for any company or any organization. Then again, someone demanding the particular, damaging the particular, we can say, system. It means someone for the personal advantage of someone for the, we can say, money related. Then again, next we can say security testing. Again, now if you have a up to the level of knowledge and certification code, then if you doing a security analyst or security auditor job in particular company, that time you can doing a hacking for the security testing. It means what is the particular company or organization, which level of the security Dogma system. That's why if you testing the particular, then if you go through the break the particular policy, it means again might be someone can check for the knowledge of. So these are the, we can say, mainly purpose of each and every hacking. Now if you go through the, we can say, advantage, so there is a certain advantage as well as the, we can say, disadvantage available for the hacking related. So now if you have a recovery, for example, if you lost the particular system data, or we can say certain system, so that was the advantage of hacking, which certain recovery tool using its get your password as well as the we can say whatever information we have lost. So that is the we can say one main advantage. Second, if you perform a certain testing Tugma mechanism, also we can say certain testing a method which again to must send your computer as well as the we can say network security. It means is check your computer system as well as if you have a certain companies, they again check what are the level of security if you have required. That's why again require the different type of Tugma tool. It might be if attacker can try to your company, or which is the again generally for checking for what is the network level. There is again one thing, it is the important. Now again, if you have any malicious activity through the pertain computer, or we can say pertain system, the again gain through the unauthorized access, there is the again require the particular hacking which prevent from the we can say malicious activity or unauthorized access. So these are the we have considered as a main advantage for the we can say particular. Then again, if you go through the next, okay, if you take as a advantage, there is something disadvantage also available. Can if you think is a black hat hacker, so now certain disadvantage means if you get an unauthorized access, it's take your private information, steal at any company, or we can say any organization's data. Then next again, if you go through the particular, so there is a for example DDoS, all of you are aware about the denial of service attack, then again some type of malicious attack. So these are the things we cover as a we can say a disadvantage. Now there is a two main terminology, what is hacker as well as the what is cracker. So just I would take one keyword, for example knowledge. So now hacker have up to the knowledge of we can say each and every area, for example programming, script, network knowledge. Now if you take an example of the cracker, it's not a level of the up to the knowledge, because they can use a certain tool and then break the particular system. So hacker, it is the we can say particular level of the knowledge, and then it is the we can say very talented, smart, and they work for the we can say safer side from the each and every organization or person, and then again identify the we can say a particular problem. Also we can say identify the vulnerability or any threat in a particular organization. Now same thing if you compare with the cracker, again it is a person, it is the level of knowledge, but not up to the hacker. That is again based on some knowledge, it's doing some unauthorized we can say activity, that again could take a personal to my advantage, or we can say criminal related activity, cyber crime, cyber attacks, doing some type of we can say that. So that is the main took my difference between hacker as well as the cracker. Now, if you go through the, we can say, type of the hacker, the mainly we have aware about three type: white hacker, black hat, as well as the gray hat. So I will not explain the all three definitions because all of you are aware about. So directly we go through the dogma certain MCQ, which are the important for the we can say final exam as well as the, your mid-sem exam. So we're just doing a revision in through the we have covered the all definition. It means what is hacker, what is cracker as well as the black hat hacker, or other we have few type blue hat, red hat, scrape kit. What is the exact meaning, that all I explain in your MCQ. So now this is the first MCQ. Hacker who help to identify the bugs as well as the we can say vulnerability in system and don't intend to crack the particular system is term. And so now what is the answer? Just type your answer in comment box, student. Okay, or say white. Good, answer is right. Then again Deep say white. Okay, again Rutvik say white. Yes, it's all of answer is right. So it means if you finding a particular bugs and vulnerability, so this is a we can say Tugma white hat hacker. This is a we can say main skill for the particular white hat hacker. Now if you go through the second question, okay, which is the legal form of the hacking based on the we can say job as well as the providing in IT industry. So now what is the answer? Okay, right, all of you. Deep, then Harsh, ethical hacking. Yes, answer is right? We can say ethical hacking. And if you have a legally based on hacking skill, so you are aware about as a ethical hacking. That is the we can say again right answer. Now, if you go through the next MCQ, so now what is the preference? It means a hacker, those have main motivate for the financial profit or we can say personal advantage, or doing a we can say cyber crime or cyber attack. So they are roughly known as a yeah, Hersey Black Hat. Okay, right answer. The next. Okay, Rutvik said D. Right answer. Black Hat. I think only few students can reply the answer. Remaining all. The answer is Black Hat. Your answer is right. Black Hat. So now the next question. Yeah, this is the, again we can say another type of the hacker. Combination of the both white as well as the black. There is a we can say again easy question. All of you aware about the gray hat. That is the main Dogma reason. If you are aware about the main three types, the first question we are aware about white hack. This is the we can say work from the legal as well as the for the company as well as the organization. Second we have cover as a black hat. Those are the we can say mindset or intent for the malicious activity or cyber criminal related. Then third is the we can say combination of the black and white. This is the known as a gray hat. Yeah, all of you student answer is right. A gray hat. So now the next is the we can say newbie also we can say new fight field which not have up to the level of the we can say hacking skill as well as we can say coding or depth in knowledge. So that is the called as a sponsor hacker, activist, script kiddie or vital. Okay, Bhargav says C. Yeah, right. Script kiddie. Remaining all. Yeah, the answer is C. Script kiddie. Now this is the again important. What is the suicide hacker? Because we are aware about the main type of hacker, the white, black, gray. So now there is a term which confused for we can say MCQ or 1 mark example. What is the meaning of suicide hacker? So now what is the right answer? A, B, C or D? Okay, hers say A, then remaining all. Okay, Bhargav say A, then remaining students. The answer is A. Why answer is A? Because if you think about the suicide hacker, so those are the we can say break into the any network, also we can say any system with or without knowledge the consequence of the we can say cyber crime and it's a penalty. And these are the we can say some suicide hacker who intentionally do a crime and get a code for the we can say bring their name of the as a headline or we can say publicity level of the we can say name. So this the answer is A. It means the suicide hacker is not aware about also we can just not and keep in mind whatever they are suffering for or whatever they have punishment. That is the answer A. So now next criminal-minded individuals who work from the terrorist organization and steal the information of the nation and other secret intelligence are known as a student. Am I audible? Okay, here's a screen struck. Okay, now MCQ 7 is visible, student. Okay, answers stat. Uh, Bhargav say A. Okay, stat sponsor remaining. Again, her say stat sponsor. Criminal minded activity. Oh, just read the first keyword criminal minded. Then again, if you say stat sponsor hacker, the answer is C. Cyber terrorism. Why cyber terrorism? Also, we can say cyber terrorism. There is a we can say expert level of the we can say programming as well as they doing a cyber criminal related activity. That is the malicious we can say known as a activity. So that's why answer is the C. Cyber terrorist, because there is a two term confusion for the intelligence secret message. So that's why might be someone can answer as a, but actual answer is the C. Cyber terrorist. Now next question number 8. खाली जगह are those individual who maintain and handle the IT security in any organization, also we can say any company or any firm. Okay, Bhargav, why not a previous question? We just discussed it because criminal mandate who work from the particular we can say terrorist organization as well as a stealer organization information for the we can say particular nation or we can say secret intelligence art. That's why it is the cyber terrorist, because cyber terrorists have a certain level of the knowledge. Also we can say similar, it's called a black hat hacker, because they have working for the particular in agency, for example those are work from the terrorist organization. And also we have mentioned the one keyword is criminal minded. So that's why answer is cyber terrorist. Now if you ask for the a national intelligence for the secret information of particular organization or you can say particular nation, so then answer is state sponsor, but we have clearly mentioned a criminal minded, so that's why answer is C. Cyber terrorist or we can say cyber terrorism. Now you got the answer, Bhargav? Yeah, also mention I secret intelligence. That's why you are confused, because if you take any example of terrorist company, there is a part a certain agency, okay, that same things whatever our raw or any intelligence can analyze the same thing, they also analyze. They have again we can say certain channel or certain we can say level of the network through they can analyze the particular our network, or we can say raw or any army related information. And that's why they planning. The reason why we have answer is cyber terrorism. Sure, I will upload that PPT as well as the with answer. So now next question is, those are individually work for the, we can say, particular maintaining as well as the handle IT security in any organization. Yeah, Harsh say A. Then next, again, yes, Bhargav say A. Answer is right. The answer is IT security engineer, which work from the, we can say, particular organization, or we can say any company which maintain the IT security as well as the different security services. Now it's an easy question. Now next, what is the role of the security auditor? So now if you take any company and there is a secure IT security, we can say engineer, security architects, but what is the actual role of the security auditor? Secure the network, for the safety and security organization and security component, detect and prevent from cyber attack or threat to organization. It does a penetration testing on a different web application. Okay, Yatri say whole session would be MCQ. Yes, Yatri, whole session would be MCQ because we covered our all syllabus. Now, if you have any particular topic, have any query or any doubt, that topic I have revised. Otherwise, we mainly focus on the final exam as well as the your mid-sem exam too. So that's why I am doing a MCQ related to my practices as well as the revision in MCQ questions. Now, if you have took my any topic doubt, or you email me, or we can say Snehal sir, then again next lecture we have revised that particular topic. Otherwise, we have planning from the each and every unit is a revision. So that's why it's covered that we can say each and every main important topic for your final exam as well as the mid-sem exam. Yeah, the answer is B. I think hers also say B as well as the Bhargav's answer is B. The answer is B because security auditor, it is a, we can say, main role is, we can say, conduct the particular auditing as well as the, we can say, various computer or network system for any organizer or any company that aware about the report safety as well as the, we can say, security issue, that well planning as well as the, they get a particular suggestion and improvement, or we can say enhancement the particular computer, or we can say particular system. The answer is the B for the safety as well as the security component. Now this is the, we can say, main role of the security auditor. Now next question, senior level corporator employee which have a role and responsibility of the creating and designing particular security network or security structure. So again, it is the, we can say, easy question, who designed the particular security system or security mechanism? Yeah, Bhargav said D, right answer. Yeah, the answer is D, security architect. Also, we can say security architecture, who specially senior corporator who design or main responsibility creating as well as the designing the network security structure. Yeah, Harsh have a question. Those who test the application are a penetration testing. As for the previous question, does penetration testing on a different web application? First, it is the main role of the, we can say, ethical hacker, or we can say IT security analyst. Okay, they design the certain system, then doing a different penetration testing on web application. Now, if you take any company exam, for example, Marwadi University. So we have Marwadi University website as well as the we have a Android application. It means we have took my website as well as the particular Android application. So now what is the main role of IT took my engineer or IT security? So they doing a different we can say penetration testing on particular application, and then it's give the we can say particular bug or any vulnerability, which is the improvement, or we can say identify any vulnerability they can improve it. So there is a not a role of the security auditor. Security auditor role is it's give the particular we can say suggestion as well as the improvement for the designing or particular security mechanism. Because if you're doing a certain testing, there is a we can say again role of the security engineer or we can say IT security engineer. It's not come into the particular part of the security auditor for the penetration testing. So now the answer is 10th is a B, security architecture who particularly design the security network. So now next question is security consultant use a database, security monitoring and scaling the tool which maintain the security of the different data reside on database as well as the server, also we can say cloud. So what is the answer? If you security consider particular data security monitoring system. Yes, the answer is database, because the database considered are specifically individual and hire in order to monitoring as well as the scanning database system and keep them secure from the unwanted threat. Also, we can say unauthorized access and attack by the given on a particular access to restricted user, as well as the blocking the unwanted file as well as the multi-factor access control. The answer is the database. Now government hired the some highly skilled hacker, and these are the known as a special hacker, government hacker, cyber intelligence, or national or state sponsor hacker. Again, there is a one keyword which main highlight government. If you hire, then all of you are known as a national or state sponsor hacker. The answer is D, because government can hire the particular we can say certified hacker or we can say white hacker. The answer is net and state sponsor. Why special hacker is not? Because there is a too much confusion keyword. It's not a known as a special hacker, because the all hacker have a certain too much certification course based on they have work as ethical hacking as well as the known as a white hat hacker. It's not an as a government hacker, because there is a no any particular post for government hacker. If your government can sponsor, that is the answer is national or state sponsor hacker. The answer is D. I think Bhargav say answer D, right answer. Then again Heli say answer D, right answer. Okay, now these are the we can say MCQ related to white hat, black hat, gray hat, tugma, hacking related or hacker type. Now again in unit number 2 there is a one we can say most important topic is the cyber attack. Okay, related to which type of might be MCQ can ask in example. This is the we can say first easy question. What is the full form of the malware? Yeah, C, right answer. Malicious. So this is we can say easy. It is the full form of. So now next again there is some confusion question. Who deploy malware to system or in any network? So now which are the we can say person or any organization that deploy the malware particular system or particular network? So there is again 3434 we have terms given. Now what is the actual right answer? Carefully read the each and every term, then given the answer. Okay, Harsh say A, then again Bhargav say A, Heli say A. Yes, the answer is A. Why? Answer is A. Kanki, if you see the criminal malware organization, that's again deploy the particular malware related we can say activity. Then again, if you go through the particular black hat, then again there is the we can say main target of the then again malware developer. It means that those are develop the malicious software. They again deploy to particular network or any system, and as well as the cyber terrorist. That is the again same activity doing a malicious file. Now, if you see the option number B, that there is a white hat hacker, so again it's not possible answer. Then if you see the answer option number C, that there is a one keyword is software developer. The software developer never developed the any malicious software. Then again answer D, so there is again penetration tester that they not making a, this type of the software or we can say malicious activity doing a, any system or any network. So that's why answer is A, criminal organization, black hat as well as the malware developer and cyber terrorist. Now next question, is a code injecting method used for the attack on particular database, also we can say website. So now what is the answer? HTML injection, SQL injection, malicious code injection, or XML? Yeah, all of you give the first answer. Answer is B, SQL injection. Yes, all of you right answer. Answer is B because we are aware about the particular database. That is the answer is SQL. It means structured query language. It is the we can say popular attack SQL code. Also we can say SQL injection. This break the particular web application or particular we can say database. Now what is the full form of XSS? This is the again famous Tukma topic. Also we can say famous type. Yeah, Bhargav answer is very fast. Okay, Heli said D, Bhargav said D. Yeah, answer is D. Cross-site script. It is the we can say one script code which particular on the particular website get that deploy and get we can say malicious code or related command related informations. The answer is D. Cross-site scripting. So never confuse on first X site scripting code. So now next question again. This attack can be deployed by influence or malicious code in website and commit session. What is the attack referred to here? Deploy by the malicious code on particular website commit section. Carefully read the keyword. The answer is C, cross-site scripting. Why cross-site? Because it's work on the we can say specific website commit section. Now, if you go through the next, okay, when there is an excessive amount of data flow, okay, which a system cannot handle or attack take place. It means a certain level of the data we can say increase or not handled by the particular website or we can say particular system. Then what is the method also what is the we can say known as a attack. DDoS, data flow. Hers, I said data flow. Yes, the answer is D. Heli say buffer overflow attack. Why? Because I have clearly mentioned a data flow which cannot handle by the particular system, that is known as a buffer overflow attack. Now, in a database crash, we can say suddenly system is not available. Similar for the if you see a DDoS denial of service attack, the same time it means service is not available. But service is available and your system has not took my response to particular login. That is the we can say buffer overflow. It means that whatever data database capacity or we can say says that is the extreme level. So this we can say answer is buffer overflow, because in buffer overflow attack it's take place when an excessive amount of data occurs in particular we can say server buffer, okay, which cannot handle by or we can say lead by the data being is a overflow. It's just adjust the we can say particular storage, and this attack can cause the particular we can say system or any application crash and can lead to the malicious activity or malicious we can say entry point. It means it's not a lead to particular buffer size. So that's why answer is the buffer overflow attack. Now, next, compromising the particular user session for the exploiting the user data as well as the do a malicious activity or malicious user credential is called. Yeah, fast answer, hers as well as the Bhargav. The answer is A, session hijacking. Yeah, because if you compromise a particular session related activity, that is the we can say session hijacking. Between the session time, if you get any credential related or any sensitive information, so that's why it's called a session hijacking. Good. Now next, which of this is an example of the physical hacking? I think it is the easy question. Physical hacking, it means cannot use any wireless hacking. Remote unauthorized access, the again term is remote, it's not possible. Inserting the malware loaded to is USB to particular system. The answer is B. Yes, answer is B. The SQL injection or SQL vulnerable site, it's not possible. DDoS again through the we can say wireless. The answer is B. Inserting a malware load to particular USB system. Now, an attempt to harm, damage, or cause to threat and system or network is broadly termed as cyber crime, cyber attack, system hijacking, or digital crime. Now, what is the answer? Okay, Bhargav say A, cyber crime. Then next, okay, Heli say B, cyber attack. Just three keyword I have written: harm, damage, and cause a threat to we can say particular organization or we can say particular network or any system. Then if you give the answer, okay, her say again B. Again, most of students say A and B in between confusion. So now clear the answer. Answer is B, cyber attack. Why cyber attack? We can say cyber attack is an umbrella term which particularly we can used for the classification of different we can say cyber related computer or we can say network attack. Now, this is the activity case such extraction, identify theft, we can say email hijacking, digital spying, stealing particular hardware or mobile hijacking, or physical security data breach. Now then I goes to the why answer is not cyber crime, because crime it means when a particular attack can happen, and then if you identify the uh, criminal related activity, so that's why answer is crime, because we clearly mention harm, damage and cost to particular system and network. That is the known as we can say attack. After attack, that is the we can say category is the which type of the cyber crime can happen. So that is the answer is B, not tukma a cyber crime. Yes, Bhargav, cybercrime is cyber attack is a cyber crime. All those are cyber crime. The first, it is the weakest stage is a cyber attack. Then if you identify the particular attack, then if you analyze which type of attack they can happen, then we give the name is the cyber crime. This is the we can say for example damage the particular system, entire take a control of particular network or any system. Then we have calculated the particular IT Act and section, and then term is known as a cyber crime. So that is the two confusion term, cyber crime as well as the cyber attack. Now, which method of hacking will record the all of your key stroke? Okay, Harsh say cybercrime is only term when a cyber attack is successfully launched. Yes, Harsh is right. Okay, now in question 10, which method of hacking will record the all key stroke? The again answer is common, easily key logging. It is a we can say easy method which capture the all key related activity. It means whatever you type in the particular system that will record the all. Now again similar type of question. These are the special type of we can say program which used to record and tracking of user key stroke. Again similar, previous answer is key logging. Now there is a key logger which we can say special program which record each and every keystroke or your there is a we can say 2 to 3 type of question which possible to ask for the key logger as a topic. Now again one more question we have. These are the collective term for the we can say malicious spying program which used for the secretly monitoring someone's activity as well as we can say action over a we can say digital medium. B, remote access. Okay, some Harsh Halley said D, spyware. The answer is D, spyware, because it's take a we can say malicious activity from the spying. It means a particular software or we can say a particular program which continues monitoring the someone activity based on the we can say digital medium through the we can say internet activity. The answer is B, spyware. So now we have remaining last two MCQ. Okay, this is the one Tukma, name of the we can say virus form or Trojan or antivirus. It is again not possible. Stuxnet, it is the which category? Virus form or Trojan. This is the we can say a famous keyword, sorry, a famous name which 2010 is applicable on a particular powerful program which demands the certain system in a large number of nuclear power plant. Okay, some say virus, some say worm, Trojan. If you read the article, this is the again famous attack on 2010. Okay, the answer is A. Worm. Why? It is the famous, we can say, Iran nuclear power plant attack, which is designed by the particular Chinese, which is the, we can say, known as a PLC. It means the one programmable logic controller, which can certain increase the nuclear power plant temperature. And that's why this type of attack can blast. So the answer is A. Okay, this is the last MCQ. Is a violating act done using the internet or which either threatens any technology used or we can say lead to loss of life, otherwise is harm anyone in order to accomplish a political gain. Now what is the answer? A. Cyber warfare, campaigning, terrorism or attack. Oh, most of students say A. The answer is wrong. The right answer is cyber terrorism. Cyberterrorism is a we can say term which used to describe a particular internet terrorism as well as the we can say individual or a group of anonymous which use a religious related or different dogma related activity that use any technology or user which may lead to loss of life. That's why I have write down the one key one loss of life particular which are the user can doing this type of activity. The answer is cyber terrorism. The answer is C. So now if you have any doubt or any any topic, if you have want to revise, so you put a comment on particular chat box. Okay, Harshit, only revision. I know it's an easy topic, but it is the we can say main important topic from a 1, 2, 3, or 5 out of your syllabus. So that's why I told taking this topic, because if you take a unit number 1, there is again most of theory topic. There is not any dogma possible. Okay, please post this MCQ in e-content. Heliparak say yes, I will upload this MCQ with all answer. Okay, thank you, student. Stay home, stay safe. Or if you have any query or any doubt, you contact me or Snehal sir. You can took my email me or as well as the Snehal sir regarding the particular or any topic.